need to embrace bold ideas that will let this happen right now. One of the projects I'm working on that's an exciting project in Springfield. Yeah, you have to listen now. There's actually something good and exciting happening in Springfield. But it's worth our attention. It's worth the fight. And I'm going to ask you to help me with this fight because you can. The legislation has passed the Senate, it passed the Executive Committee in the House. It will come to the House floor next week. But it's an example of making opportunity more available. And this is that it would provide vouchers to children in failing schools in Chicago to leave that school system, which is impeding their ability to learn, and go to private schools. And it actually saves money for the state, because the voucher is for the lesser of foundation level funding or tuition, and tuition on average is less than foundation level funding. But for 22,000 kids who are in the worst 10% performing schools in Illinois, they would have the ability to go to private schools. And so we actually have a coalition of Democrats and Republicans. We're trying to get this to pass. It's frankly, it's harder to get Republican votes than Democratic votes. But it's an idea that expands freedom. And I would ask you, you have two state reps here, I believe Susie Bassey, and
No.
She's not, which ones?
Mark Walker and Sid Mathias.
Okay, so if you could encourage Sid Mathias to vote for it, he's officially undecided at this point, but if you could encourage him through phone calls to vote for it, I would ask you to do that. Because it's an idea that, validates the basic principles of our party. That we believe, one, you ought to spend government money effectively. It's wrong. The debate in Illinois has always been about how much more money for education. We all want to invest in education, but we've been investing so much more and the results haven't gone up. This benefits children who deserve to be able to work hard for the American dream, who don't have that opportunity now because they're not being served well by their school system. And instead we spend less as a state, but they get a better performance as a school. It's change. It's a significant change, but it's a kind of change that I think says to people when Republicans stand up for it, is Republicans believe in the American dream. They want to make things better. That's one example of an idea that I think we ought to vote, and every one of our candidates ought to do.